Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna. I'm your manifestation coach. All the information is below. My website is still having some work done, so if booking with me, please email me first and then use Cash App. Currently, I'm only taking individuals for 2 week training and 1 month training. We basically go over everything like affirmations, scripting, techniques, your beliefs, background, everything to kind of set you up for the optimal manifestational game in your life. Spending 1 month is a fraction of the time that you could do for yourself, considering the benefit that you will take away. I coach in emails and audios that will be specifically tailored to your specific needs. And the reason I don't do phone sessions is because I have a lot of other things going on with my businesses and a lot of other clients. So it also is very convenient for you because you get to keep the audios long term, and so you can listen to them over and over and reread my emails. I think it works best for a one-on-one coaching because a lot of the times even if you do book for, like, for example, I do offer Zoom meetings for an hour. Unless you're taking notes, and even if you do take notes, sometimes you forget what I'm telling you. And so it's best to just follow my structure. Those of you who are listening in and still not subscribed, please subscribe. As many subscribers as we can get. I would love to go live once a week. And I'm still figuring out the logistics behind the YouTube requirements. They first told me it's 50 subscribers, and now I'm still waiting for them to get back to me on why it's still not working. So I know for sure I have other channels, and I know for sure that at 1,000 or at least at 500 people, we can definitely go live and you can ask me questions in live stream. So that would be really cool. So subscribe. I'm sure 500 ain't a thing for you guys. We can reach that and no problem. All right. So I want to cover something that is going to set you free forever. And again, everybody's different, right? So keep in mind, these audios I post, they're general and everybody's different, which is why I offer the coaching. But this is a general idea of the easiest way to manifest a new version of your SP, okay? So a lot of you are familiar. I already covered this on my channel. You visualize, you script, you affirm, you do all this stuff, right? But I gotta give you the ultimate understanding of how it's going to be extremely easy for you to drop the resistance once and for all. Because the idea is that, or rather the reason people are having such a hard time in their manifesting of their SPs, because they have a situation, some kind of a problem. There was a disagreement, there was a fight, whatever the situation is. It's some kind of a drama, okay? Something really unpleasant happened. And so inevitably, you have this crap attached to this person that you're trying to reconcile in your mind. Like, I wish they were like this. There are some things I like about them, but I wish they weren't like this and like that. And I wish this didn't happen. And I wish that, we didn't say these things to each other and all this kind of stuff, right? So it becomes tremendously challenging for people to disregard all that and ignore that, because you remember it. I mean, it happened. You remember it. And so the challenge then becomes, how do you override that? And, personally, I also went through a similar process where I was manifesting an SP, and it became apparent to me that, it's just going to be too hard if I just focus on what was. It's just going to be too hard if I focus on the drama. It probably isn't never going to happen. And so the way I finally arrived to this realization was that I don't need to fix anything. I don't need to override anything. I don't need to change anything, okay? Changing somebody feels like such an arduous process. And because you remember all this stuff, it's like it's etched in your brain, and you're like, oh, how do I change this? It's hard enough to change yourself, and here you are presented with the idea of changing somebody you might not even be speaking to anymore. And so finally, the realization came to me that, what if I don't do that shit? What if I absolutely don't care about changing this person? And what if then, by using the parallel realities once again, completely surrender the old person, like totally understand that this is just a different person altogether, like literally, right? So it's not even manifesting a different version. It's like a completely different person. Like one person has nothing to do with the other, all right? And then it kind of becomes easy because you don't have so much drama attached to the new version. And you get to select any kind of quality about them that you want to attach to them. Anything, really. I mean, it's almost like you're creating a new person. It's not almost, it's exactly what you're doing, that you haven't met yet. So it's a completely blank canvas. You're taking what you want from the old version. I mean, obviously there's some things that you liked, but essentially this is a completely new person. There is no struggle, there is no resistance. You completely let go of the old version, and you say goodbye to them. All right? Completely. And the forgiveness becomes easy, the letting go of the anger, the letting go of the drama, the letting go of everything, right? And look, parenthesis here. Some people won't like hearing this, but if it ends up being, right, that you manifest somebody completely different altogether, like like not a version of that person, not a brand new version, but somebody else entirely, well, then that's your SP now, okay? Because ultimately you want to be in a loving relationship with somebody who 100% is harmonious with you, loves and respects you, and you end up being happy. So don't completely rule out that possibility, but understand that you almost approach this new person that you're going to manifest as a new version of your SP as a completely different person, like a person you have not met yet. Feel how much freedom there is in that, right? How much resistance is lifted automatically, how much you're not like kind of faced with the struggle of like, how do I script them any better, and how do I this and how do I, because a lot of my clients struggle with the same exact thing, because the human brain just collects all that data that is still there. It's present. Now, what you just wipe it clean? What if you just wipe it clean and say to yourself, okay, all is forgiven and forgotten. All right. I completely let go of the old version of the old person, not even a version, like a person. I set them free. I forgive them. Feel how much freedom there is in that, right? No longer are you going to regurgitate and remember the old story as if that person no longer exists. And that person will no longer exist once you start focusing on your new adorable person who is 100% congruent with what it is that you want to ultimately manifest in a relationship. Because the understanding is that you will, I guess, acquire with time of manifestation is that truly you're not really changing anything. You're just manifesting something new all the time. But with people, it becomes a little bit challenging because we just associate the specific person with certain specific events, with what really happened. And chances are a lot of shit happened between you two. Chances are also is that you were not a person that you wanted to be when they were around. It's very, very possible that you were a completely different version back then than you are now. So what you're doing is you're manifesting a different version of yourself that is completely at peace with what happened, and ultimately has a new perspective on this process of creating this specific person. You're coming in with a clean slate, with a brand new personality of your own that is much more relaxed, even playful in this process, instead of remembering the old story and all the dramas and all that fixation. You're free of the junk, and now it becomes quite easy. It becomes really easy. And look, are negative thoughts going to come up once in a while? Yeah, but you just have to affirm to yourself that this new person that you're going to manifest is a person you have not met yet. It will blow your socks off how this person will be different. It just won't make any sense, but manifestation is not logical. It's magical. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be logical at all. And in a sense, this is kind of freeing because you don't really have to work it out logically. How is that even possible? Yeah, of course it's possible because we live in a serial universe and there are endless parallel realities. But for your human brain, you don't have to work it out because you can just say, this is a completely different person I have not met yet. I have yet to meet them, and they're going to be like this, and like that. And they've always been this way. I don't even know the other person is gone. I gotta tell you, this works so powerfully. It's spooky. It is spooky, and I've done this a couple of times, and how you can really test yourself and see that this really happened. You can create a recognizable feature of character or physical feature of this person that will be drastically different from the other version. So let's say like they had a scar of some kind. They don't have that scar, or they have some kind of, memory in their past or whatever, something happened. Now they no longer have that. And that will be just a confirmation for you that you really did manifest a completely different person. Other than in my personal life, in my professional life, I've crossed paths with a couple of people, and basically it was exactly the same. They looked the same exactly, but when I asked them about certain things that they should have remembered if they met me, or if we shared the same experiences, they completely did not remember what I was talking about. And at the time, it really freaked me out, but it was to my benefit because basically something unpleasant happened, and I was hoping they would not remember. And it wasn't like they were pretending. So it was 100% a manifestation of a completely different person. And you can do that too. And so with that understanding, you can really go to town with whatever it is you want to put on this new person. My God, it could be everything you ever dreamed of, everything you ever fantasized about having in this person. You don't need to put a cap on your imagination. You can just completely make them the most perfect person that you've ever met. Whether that's, personal relationships or something else, or friendships or whatever, coworkers. And lastly, I'm going to say this, a lot of people who are trying to manifest their specific person are usually like really upset that, that they are not in contact with them, that, things went a certain way and blah, 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 blah. Well, I'd like to offer you this perspective, maybe, the moment and time that you met them was not exactly the perfect moment. And for that very reason, you didn't manifest the ultimate version of them, and you were not the ultimate version yourself. So the universe gave you a taste of what you wanted to experience, and then you had to take a break from all of that. And then you're given the opportunity to now manifest what you actually wanted. Because let's face it, if you continued on that road with that version of that SP, most probably you would not be happy. There's a reason that you're not with them right now. There's a reason why things did not go well the first time around. So don't be so upset that you're not with them now. You're given the opportunity to manifest a different version with which you will then create, longer lasting relationship. So that's kind of how I think that you should look at it. And when you're enjoying your manifestation process, the time is shortened. You're not dreading it, you're not hating it, you're not asking why not yet and all this kind of stuff. You're just having a joyful, playful time with it, and you're understanding that everything serves you. Even the drama that happened serves you. The new version will not hold things against you that they might have held. They will be forgiving, they will be understanding, etc., etc. And you might not have gotten that kind of reaction from the old version. So that's the technique. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, the information is again below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.